Hey, what is up, everyone? Welcome to, I guess we can call it a channel update, but it's also technically a 2022 wrap up. Last year was one hell of a year of content for me compared to how my other years of content went. Besides 2021 wasn't actually that bad. I think we did 2.5 series, technically two, because the first two series were short as hell, and then I never finished Splinter Cell Blacklist, which brings to this year where I decided that I want to overachieve, and I did what? Let's see here. I gotta actually count this. I did 3.5 series. We finished up Splinter Cell Blacklist earlier this year. Then we went to, and I took a hiatus. I know that I took a break before I started Manhunt. And then after I got, while doing Manhunt, and I think part of the club or just doing Manhunt, we did the WRC 10 series, which I'll get to the sequel after that. Don't worry, we'll discuss that a little later. And then we did the club, which I do want to do a second run through a club on the PC version, but the PC version requires working around Windows, like I think it's Games for Windows Live, which I've already done once for Flat Out Ultimate Carnage. I wanted to do it for Splinter Cell Blacklist, not Blacklist, Conviction, because I originally wanted to play Conviction before Blacklist. But it's sometimes, my friends, it is not worth it. Or when it is worth it, it is a pain in the ass to do. So maybe I'll come back and I'll do the club, give it an actual run through that's not on easy, and maybe do a challenge run with the last character Nemo, which we never got to actually use because you have to beat the game to unlock him. Hell, that was a lot of words. But yep, we did the club. I did a 9-part WRC 10 series, which a lot of people just randomly pop in and just watch like the Sweden and Finland videos. It's like, okay, I'm sorry, but no. I was not happy with that series for the sheer fact of the long rally lengths beat the hell out of me, and I record 2 to 3 of those videos at once in one session. So that's 2 to 3 hours of just pure rally, and I'll tell you right now, it hurts a lot to do because I'm not the most in tune with sim racing. Cool with my rig, it's falling apart. Like I said, during that series, the shifter plate is starting to come loose, and it's getting pretty freaking bad. But that's why it ended 9 episodes in, even though we just entered the WRC. I think 10 minutes rally 1 now in the current generation. Which brings me to the WRC Generations. I mentioned that it's even in the title of that series that I want to do WRC Generations when it came out. I have my problems with that game. A lot of problems with it, and it's mainly the physics. I'll discuss it later when I actually tackle Generations, but the physics are just, man, they're freaking wonky. They're just not right. WRC 3 cars, which used to be the junior car, or now the junior cars, have like no low end torque at times, and then sometimes when you're going through a hairpin, they magically gain torque, and it's fucking weird. Okay, it's so damn weird. And we'll talk about it another time. But lastly, I just finished up last week. Blade 2's done. I did Blade 2. Cheated in the last episode. It was I wasn't kidding with that name, dude. That's bullshit. Complete, utter bullshit. But I have no control over how the devs design the game. Let's just pray to God I don't go back to it. I did enjoy it all the way up to Act 3. Once we got to that third act of the game, that's when I started, just not really like playing the game. It was a struggle. It doesn't help that you get limited equipment slots, and health packs are spread sparsely around. Unless you take the serum, your serum runs out really quick, and you can't heal, and it's just bonkers, man. Like, I'm glad that's over. But now that leads to this year. What do we got planned for this year? Well, next Monday starts the next series, which is everyone's at least favorite Hitman game, Hitman Absolution, which it's not my true introduction to the franchise. It is the only one I've actually beaten. And yes, it's not an accomplishment. The game's fairly easy unless you play the PC version, which my dumbass did, and it has a very interesting glitch in the professional edition for PC where on easy and normal, it has the detection rates of the higher difficulties instead. And yeah, it's a pain in the ass. Just put it that way. I don't know how many. I think during the Vixen Club mission, I restarted a total of 8 times on one checkpoint, and I left all the attempts in. It was just not fun. Just, yeah. So look forward to that. That's going to probably take up the entirety of January and a little bit of February, which is perfect timing for me because if February is tax season, that's where I'm tearing my entire setup apart. I mean, my entire setup. My computer's being redone. My TV's being wall mounted. I'm pretty much redoing my entire desk area to make room for a new sim rig. And I mean new. Only thing that's keeping from my old one is probably my Thrustmaster shifter. That's it. That's only because Moza hasn't made a shifter yet. If they make a shifter by the time I go to build this rig, I'll buy that shifter. That entire setup is not going in the trash can because that's a lot of money. I mean, a lot of money. A T300 GT, which is what I have, it's like a $400 wheel and pedal set. It's not cheap. Now there's a shifter. Shifter's near $200 at this point. But big things are coming this year. I even thought about actually doing some automotive content. I have no idea yet because I have to redo the entire brakes on my car, which is a 2009 Volkswagen Rabbit S. In that car, there's like almost no fucking knowledge of it. You can find stuff like an 07 and 08 on YouTube, but you can't really find anything for an 09. And there is differences. I mean, because I went to go learn how to do, I think it was the fog lights. Because I don't think in the States there's a fog light package. Because I was going to install GTI fog lights into it because it now has a GTI front end. And yeah, there's no tutorial on how to do that. Here's for an 07. There's for an 08. For an 09. Nope. Which kind of makes sense since I'm not even going to get into it. It'll be a 20-minute tangent, and I do not have the time for a 20-minute tangent. I really don't. I wanted to make this quick. I want to make this easy, and now I'm fucking rambling. But this is a year where we're going to see a lot more. I'm having their series. I actually almost done with Hitman already. Almost done recording it. I think I have 2 missions left, and then the game's done. Then we're going to start working on the next series, try to get ahead, because that's what I did last year and worked out extremely well until I got burned out, and then I didn't record anything for like, I think 2 to 3 weeks. Yeah. Sometimes you just can't do what you want to do in life. On other news, if you're wondering why uploads, even though uploads haven't been slow on your guys' end, the recording is very slow on my end. It's because I started recording a podcast, a weekly podcast with my buddies Mike and Jacob over on the We're About Everything channel. I'll link that in a card and the description and everywhere I can. Long story short, we talk about anything, everything, and sometimes we say some stupid shit. But that's one of the reasons why, like, you haven't noticed content's kind of dipped, but then risen and then dipped again. Just because of that. So, yeah, I decided to take a little side adventure with the guys, and it's been a fun experience. Like, we reviewed a couple things like God of War Ragnarok or Season 1 of The Duke of Death and His Maid, which is, I admit, it is one of my favorite animes at the moment, and mangas, even though the manga's finished, and I know what happens, and yeah. Still very good stuff. Looking forward to do more episodes with them in the future, because it's, holy shit, it's great content, man. I think that's all I actually have to mention for this kind of update with just everything going on currently. You know, it's just going to be a good year, hopefully. A lot better than last year. Dealt with a lot of things. Still dealing with a lot of things now, but here's to the future, guys. That's all I can say. So, stay tuned. Stick with me for this fun adventure I've been having the past couple years, and let's see if we can grow bigger and improve. So, I'll just see you guys next time.